Curious about what Waikiki looks like right now? As part of our Waikiki Now series, we're showing you what Waikiki looks like right now.
For more Hawaii videos, make sure you're subscribed and click that notification bell so you're alerted every time we post a new video.
Aloha, I'm Mariam, and this is Yes to Hawaii. We make Hawaii videos, take the guesswork out of planning your trip. As always, I'll leave timestamps in the description box below, so feel free to skip around the video for the parts that you came here for. It is that time again. We're walking around Waikiki to show you what it looks like right now. We're starting our walk here at the intersection of Kalakaua Avenue and Saratoga Road. If you were to go down Saratoga Road towards the ocean, you'll pass by the post office, and then farther down is the Hotel Outrigger Reef Waikiki Beach Resort. Kalakaua Avenue on the left-hand side here is the main street that's in Waikiki. I'm trying to do more of these Waikiki Now updates because you guys have been giving me really good feedback that you like seeing what Waikiki looks like in different seasons, different times of the year, and I really like making these videos. They're super fun to make. Nice little walk to get your steps in, but also to kind of show you what it's like in the Waikiki area. If you'd like a more detailed version of this, I also have a Waikiki Now version of this end-to-end where I walk from the Ala Moana Shopping Center all the way down to Kapahulu Avenue where the zoo is. That one is very detailed. There's markers where I point out different hotels, restaurants. It's essentially you walking with me for 45 minutes and it's all fully narrated. I'm pointing out main points of interest. Super good to watch before you come to the island. Super good to watch before you come to Waikiki, excuse me, just in general. If you're staying in Waikiki, Waikiki has most of the hotels that are here on Oahu. There are, of course, resorts up on the North Shore and Ko'olina side, the west side. Not very many in comparison to Waikiki. Waikiki has the highest concentration of hotels across Oahu. You'll see it once you get out here. This is filmed around, I'd say about 10 in the morning on Sunday. So super sunny day. It is September at the time of this filming. This street again is Kalakaua Avenue. The building to my right-hand side is the Bank of Hawaii building. So if you need to do any money exchange, if you're an international guest, that's a really good place to start out. There's also a Long's store, and Long's is open 24/7. If you're not familiar with Long's, it's kind of like a sundry store. It also has a pharmacy if you do need to get any prescription medication. There's also a Hard Rock Cafe restaurant over there where I just pointed the camera to. What's nice about the Long's, because it is 24 hours, it's one of the few 24-hour locations here in Waikiki outside of the 7-Eleven convenience stores. The ABC stores, which you'll see all throughout Waikiki, typically close around 11 o'clock in the evening. So again, here on the right-hand side, Long's Drugs. They have, again, sundries. They also have some over-the-counter medications. So if you are traveling, you're not feeling well, you need something after hours, they would have it here at Long's Drugs typically. The pharmacy, however, is not open late, but over-the-counter medication, if you did need it, it is available at Long's. The intersection coming up ahead here is the intersection of Kalakaua Avenue and Lure Street. So this main walk is typically what I'll do for Waikiki Now. I'll either do a walk down Kalakaua Avenue, which is the street we're walking down right now. I'll go over to Kuhio Avenue, another street that you can also walk down. It runs parallel to Kalakaua Avenue. Or I'll typically walk along the Hilton over there, which is the Oceanfront property, Hilton Hawaiian Village, and there's also a sidewalk, boardwalk, promenade area where it's all fully paved. Really good if accessibility is a factor and you want to walk along the ocean. That area does have a sidewalk. Again, great for accessibility if you do have anybody where walking in the sand might not work for them, or if they need wheelchair access. Again, all that area is paved just like a sidewalk. That street is going to be Lure Street. So there's the Wyndham Waikiki Beach Walk down there, and there's a lot of shops and restaurants over there as well. On the right-hand side over here is the Royal Hawaiian Shopping Center. The Royal Hawaiian Shopping Center, it is a upscale shopping center. As you can see, there's a Tiffany's that's here, but there's also some smaller shops inside. They've got restaurants on the higher end as well as over-the-counter quick grab-and-go items from their food court as well. So if you wanted to grab a quick bite to eat for lunch, you can go into their food court. Price point, I would say $10 to $15. They've got some chain restaurants or chain food court, smaller restaurants, but they also have, of course, the full sit-down menus such as some of the other restaurants that are in there. There is Island Vintage, one of my other favorite places if you wanted to grab a quick bite to eat. They have really good garlic shrimp. There's also a wine bar if you do partake in wine. Over here on the left-hand side is the restaurant Buho's, and there's also a Victoria's Secret, which is on the pink, which is in pink on the left-hand side over here. This intersection is the intersection of Kalakaua Avenue and Royal Hawaiian. So if you were to go right down that street, which we're passing by right now, that's where you'd find the Sheraton Waikiki Hotel, as well as the Royal Hawaiian Hotel as well. The Royal Hawaiian Hotel is the neon pink hotel, not to be confused with the Royal Hawaiian Shopping Center, which is not the same building. It's two different areas. Or excuse me, two different buildings, but it is in the same area.
We will check out.
Over here on the left-hand side is the Waikiki Shopping Plaza. They have a cool little restaurant section there called Stix, S-T-I-X, which has some smaller Japanese restaurants. I actually just went there to get ramen a few days ago. I also saw a udon place, and I absolutely love udon. The noodles are super delicious, so I've definitely got to go back there to check that out. I had to walk by the udon place to get to the ramen place, and it was crowded, smelled really good. I can't wait to try it. Coming up ahead here is the intersection of Kalakaua Avenue and Seaside Avenue. As some points of interest, points of reference, there is an H&M clothing store just here at this intersection. If you are in Waikiki whenever there are block festivals, typically this, right here where the H&M is, the intersection of Kalakaua Avenue and Seaside Avenue is typically where road closures will start. From here all the way to, depending on the block festival, they'll go up to Ulunu Street, which is right by the Hyatt Regency Hotel, or farther up towards Kapahulu, again, just depending on the block festival. But this is typically where road closures will start, where traffic will be rerouted. If you are here for one of the block festivals or block parties, they'll typically run from 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. Road closures in general usually start around 2 o'clock. That way the vendors can set up. They've got food trucks, they've got arts and crafts, they've got souvenirs, they've got clothing, they've got jewelry. It's just a mix of everything. So if you do want to pick up some local arts and crafts or local souvenirs, that might be a good place to start. A lot of the items that are sold there are made in Hawaii, which is really nice, and it's a good way to support local vendors too. Plus the food is really good. Again, lots of food trucks will typically be here for the block festivals and block parties. If you are here at the end of the month, again, at the time of this filming, this was filmed on Sunday the 3rd. There's one block festival at the end of the month, the Ho'olalea, which is on September the 23rd, which is a Saturday, and then the Aloha Festival Floral Parade is on the following Saturday. The Floral Parade runs from 9 a.m. to 12, so if that's something you're interested in, you might want to check that out if you are here in the last weekend of September. On the right-hand side over here, we're still passing by the Royal Hawaiian Shopping Center. This entire area, super big, lots of shops, vendors, restaurants. On the left-hand side, which we just passed, is the Beachcomber by Outrigger property. And then on the right-hand side over here, coming up this tan building, is the Cheesecake Factory. If you were to go inside this little building that's just over here, you'll head up to the second floor. There's another food court as well. I really like their Oreo cheesecake, super tasty. Of course, they've got all sorts of food. If you pass by Cheesecake Factory in the evening and it's someplace that you wanted to check out, the restaurant in the evening for dinner typically gets very busy, but you can also go for lunch. On the left-hand side over here is Maui Brewing Company. And then coming up here on the left-hand side, there is the International Marketplace. The International Marketplace, they have shopping and dining on the ground floor. There's also a few restaurants on the Grand Lanai, which is on the top floor. And then coming up here on the right-hand side are two other oceanfront properties. This one here to my right-hand side is the Outrigger Waikiki Beach Resort. This is the same hotel that the restaurant Duke's Waikiki is in and Hula Grill. They also have a smaller shop, Sunrise Shack, which is also really good for acai bowls. The tower that you see up ahead is the Hyatt Regency Hotel. There's two towers that are there. And again, on the left-hand side of this crosswalk is the International Marketplace. This property, Outrigger Waikiki Beach Resort, also has a spa. It is oceanfront, really nice. And then coming up ahead, directly in front of me, is the Moana Surfrider. Oh, and at the Outrigger Waikiki Beach Resort, there's also the Blue Note, which is a event venue. So sometimes there'll be comedians, sometimes there'll be other artists, performers. A good little spot to check out if you are in the Waikiki area and you want to check out a show. Really good acoustics, good food, cocktails, all the bells and whistles, but it is a smaller venue, which is really nice because then you can actually see the performers. You're not far back in the seats. Again, over here on the right-hand side is the Moana Surfrider. The Moana Surfrider has a couple different restaurants inside of it. The Beach House and Beach Bar, the two most popular. The Beach Bar is their oceanfront bar / restaurant, and with that one, it's super casual dining. They also have really good Mai Tais, cocktails, mocktails. They also have really good ice cream if you want to get some Dole Whip as well. It's kind of like a slushie that they make. And then this again is the Moana Surfrider. They also have live music in the evening, so if you do go to the beach bar and you want to hear some live Hawaiian music, some guitarists, a vocalist, they do have that here at the Moana Surfrider. On the left-hand side over here is the Urban Outfitters. That's on the ground level of the Hyatt Regency Hotel, which is those two towers that you see over there on the left-hand side. The Moana Surfrider has a couple other shops here as well, so we're about to pass it here in a second. They have a bikini store. They also have a smaller grab and go. There's a spot there called Lawson's, which they are kind of like a Sunder store as well, but they also sell Dole Whip. So if you didn't make it up to the Dole Pineapple Plantation and you want to try Dole Whip, you can stop in there. You can see the signage kind of in the middle over there where they've got photos of the Dole Whip. And then over there is the Aloha collection. Again, that's that Lawson's that I mentioned earlier. And then over here is the other entrance for the Moana Surfrider Hotel. Again, on the left-hand side over there is the Hyatt Regency Hotel. For both of those properties as well, we have walkthroughs where we've walked through the common areas of the hotel and filmed it. That way, if you did want to check out what the property looks like and you want to see more than just the photos, that's a really good place to start. Again, Hyatt Regency Hotel, we've got a video for that. In Moana Surfrider Hotel, we've also got a video for that as well. It is a beautiful sunny day in September. The weather can be quite hit or miss sometimes. Summer season, June, July, August, it is sunny just like this pretty much every day. As we're getting into the winter season, which is later on, winter would be November, December, and January, it does get quite a bit more rainy. However, it is a lot like this. This is September without the school crowd that you would normally have for June, July, and August. September has a bit less of a crowd. It is still crowded in Waikiki no matter what time of year you go, but it is noticeably less crowded in September than it is in, say, July. And again, that just matches up with the school holidays. So typically in the summer, June, July, August, there'll be a lot more families with school-age kids. And then in September, typically you'll get more couples. I'm still getting some families, but a lot more couples as opposed to June, July, August for the school holidays. Beautiful, beautiful day. The surf looks really nice. Gorgeous, gorgeous day. Wow, this is super nice. And then we're going to take a quick pause here. I actually ran into a subscriber right as I was filming this. All right, now we're going to jump back in. So this area coming up ahead, they've got some surf lessons on the right-hand side. You can also rent the Beaky bikes, which are those bicycles. And then over there by the Dive Oahu, which is the blue umbrellas that you see, you can also rent beach chairs as well as the beach umbrellas too. Well, that was pretty cool. I was walking and it's Sunday morning and I just got stopped by somebody who was watching the channel. And then while I was saying hello to this person who, him and his wife have been watching the channel, another couple stopped by and said that they were also watching the channel. So thanks guys. More videos coming soon. That was actually super cool. I like whenever I'm doing these kind of vlogs and people stop me because they're watching my videos. I really like it when people tell me it's their first time coming to Hawaii, they've never been to Oahu, they've never been to Waikiki, and they're watching these videos such as this one, the Waikiki Now video that I'm making, or any of the tours and activity videos, or packing tip videos, or Hawaii travel videos. It's super nice that people are watching the videos and it's super helpful for travel. I'm going to be doing some other videos outside of Oahu, heading over to some of the neighbor islands in the upcoming months. Most of the videos are of course based on Oahu because I do live on Oahu. These Waikiki Now videos I think are the most helpful because if you are coming to Oahu, you're probably going to be staying here in Waikiki. And again, Waikiki, it is very busy and I would definitely recommend getting outside of Waikiki if you want to check out other parts of the island. But it is also a resort area, so the beach is just right here. Over here on the right hand side, you'll see a break wall. So with this break wall, it blocks the waves that are coming in. So this section of beach is really popular for those traveling with kids or families or anybody who's not necessarily a very strong swimmer, just because that break wall makes it very calm. So it's almost like a swimming pool or a lake on the right hand side over here. And the water depth isn't very high. If you're standing up, I would say typically it would be for the average adult maybe as deep as say your hip. So not too deep. And over here on the right hand side, we've got a small little kiosk where you can grab and go, quick bites to eat as well. And these areas are pretty frequent throughout Waikiki. On the left hand side over there, which I'm not pointing the camera at, but on the left hand side, there's also quite a few little shops or cafes. You can grab a quick breakfast or coffee or iced coffee or snacks and then head over to the beach. So again, this is that break wall area that I mentioned. Again, as you can see, noticeably different, how it's very calm. A lot of people are standing up and you can see how deep the water is. It's not very deep at all. And again, it's very popular for those traveling with kids or families just because of how calm the water is and how shallow it is compared to other areas of the Waikiki beach strip area over here. This is really popular for people taking photos on the right-hand side over here. And on the left-hand side over here, where the green roof is, that's the St. Augustine Church. There's also a restaurant over there called OMG, which is Oahu Mexican Grill, which has really, really good tacos. It is an absolutely beautiful day. I love that it's super sunny. I do try to film these videos no matter how the weather is, whether it's sunny or rainy, because I think that a lot of people, when they come to Hawaii, they don't realize that it does rain quite a bit during certain times of year. That's why it's so lush and green. But today it is a beautiful, beautiful sunny day. So I'll typically walk this area here to show you what this looks like. Again, this street that we're walking down is Kalakaua Avenue. Lots of people already posted up on the beach, and it is a Sunday, so typically weekends will of course be more crowded than during the week. Lots of people, as you can see, it's still pretty early-ish in the morning. I would say maybe it's like 10:30 or so. And then over there, far in the corner, is a pier where a lot of people will typically take really good photos too. Diamond Head is just up ahead. And then these bikes on my left-hand side are rentable bikes. They're called Beakies. You can rent them, I believe they're about $4 every 30 minutes. Or you can also get a pass for a few hours, and then that you can take around Waikiki as well. On this one-page planner, you have everything that you need, where you can jot down your details for your hotel, rental car, tours and activities, things that you want to do, and a general itinerary.